do any of like, we're not doing like a spiel at the beginning, like welcome to, because we don't know what this is. We're just fucking talking.
Yeah, we're figuring it out.
We're just exactly.
We're learning who we are.
We're all just figuring it out.
Yeah. We may never do that.
We're in that really critical time of life between 20 and 45 where you're just getting to know yourself. Figuring it out.
Yeah, or maybe just avoiding figuring out who you are. Just kidding. All right. No intro. Love it.
No intro.
Hit me with the funnies.
Are we raging? Okay, cool. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is read you the ideas that I had for the show.
Perfect.
Or things that I wanted to talk to you about. Funny or not funny.
Okay.
So you're going to reject some of them, I would imagine. So my number one is funny Amazon reviews and funny Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace posts.
Love it.
Love it. 1-star national park reviews.
Yes, been done though.
Been done.
But also funny.
But also always funny. I did write down that I wanted to tell Tessa about the I Am Diesel Gang, Kyle, which is this country, like when they mix country music, bad country music, and rap.
Oh, yeah.
So she's like
Nelly and
yes,
what's his name?
Except this is a white 20-something lesbian who raps about life in the South.
What? How have I missed this?
Because it's so bad. So I would love to at some point introduce you to her, and then we can talk. I think there's a lot to unpack there, just like as a white culture, what we've done wrong to bring us to this point.
Totally. How did we get here? For some reason I put Winky's butthole.
Oh my God. I don't know why. Adult falls. So I love any stories that people can tell me about when they've fallen as an adult, because it's always much more catastrophic and fun, and like you drop shit or you're exposed in some way. Good Stony Baloney stories, because I feel like you have a lot of those. I put our favorite show, Greek.
Greek?
Yeah, do you remember the show Greek?
No.
Remember A Touch of the Tard Brush?
Oh my gosh, I buried this memory. Wait, it's like a bad...
It's a really low budget,
yes,
early 2000s.
God, you made me do it and I loved it.
Early 2000s show about Greek life.
Yep. No, we need to watch that again for sure.
So
Writing
good.
that down.
Let's see. For some reason I wrote Tweet Awards. I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. Tweet? Like Twitter?
Tweets, like Twitter. So I wrote that down, but I don't know what that means. I wanted you, so I've had this thought. It's not a good thought. But I was really upset this year at the Grammys when, maybe controversial opinion, but when Beyonce won the Best Dance Album, because she beat out Odessa and Diplo and Bonobo. And so then I thought we should start, not we, but like someone should do an EDM awards show specifically.
Okay.
And then I was like, I need to think of all the categories and what we would design it like and what it would look like. And then I got nowhere on it.
Okay.
So I put EDM award show fantasy on there. I don't know what that means either. Yeah, it's a fantasy. So I don't know what that would mean.
Yeah, I don't know much about the EDM world, so I'm not going to be much help, but I will support.
It's going to just be bright lights and glittery things.
Will there be dance tutorials?
There will have to be.
One time Molly and I thought it would be a good idea to try to dance like our favorite YouTube dancer, and we're in about 300 square feet with 3 people, probably less.
Yeah.
It was like 20 square feet.
It was barely 20 square feet because it was a small room with a way too large couch.
And coffee table.
Needless
to say, we were really good.
Really, really good. We, our neighbors came to check on us because they were so concerned about all of the like aggressive thudding they heard.
Thudding.
Okay, I want to talk about at some point what you would do if you were the last person on Earth. So there's that show I only watched 50% of an episode on, but he's like all bummed out because he wakes up one day and like all the humans are gone and it's like just him.
The last man on Earth.
Last man on Earth, yeah, aptly named. And all I can think about is that's my fucking dream world.
Yes.
So talk about what we would do for the last person on Earth. And then what Julia has moved this week.
Yes, definitely.
So I will tell you something new that she's moved every time.
Perfect.
But if you're ready, oh, did I say the pants?
No
thing?
pants.
No pants. I didn't mention pants at all.
Not that I recall.
Okay. So somebody alerted, maybe I'll start here. Somebody alerted me. They were like, you need to do the the national parks thing. And I was like, yeah, the 1-star reviews, like everybody's fucking seen it.
Yeah.
And she was like, no, the pants burglar at the Grand Canyon.
Okay, what?
Yeah. And so she was like, just pull up the reviews from the Grand Canyon National Park.
Okay.
And so there's the standard reviews that you'd expect. The most this one's actually funny. This one, the most amazing hole in the ground that ever was. There's some wild things in there: majestic, creepy, sad, beautiful, psychedelic, and unexplainable.
For the whole one, I'm surprised someone didn't say a mom joke.
I know, that was like they like set it up, teed it up, and then
their friends let them down.
This one is a little bit more religious in theme. Wonderful park.
That's sweet.
The park is clean, view is spectacular, the blessed day ever, God is good all the time.
Amen.
Which is amen.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see.
Wait, so you're just reading you're trying to find something about pants.
Yeah. And last time I did it was like really easy. So now I'm like schwitzing.
There's a pants burglar.
There's a pants burglar. So let's see.
We're just going into tents and stealing pants. Like, I'm trying to imagine before you find it what this would even be about.
Yeah. I was like, I don't really know where they're going with this.
Or someone went there and had their pants burglared and was sad.
So exactly. So, oh, it just is bringing me. All right. Well, I thought I was being crafty.
We're boomers. We don't know how to work.
I'm 100.
Google.
It's so beautiful. It's unexplainable. Best park in the world.
Remember how we were going to go there once?
Yeah, the Soul Sisters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Selfie sticks.
Also, I don't know if it's my internet or my computer, but
technical difficulties to be expected. Working out the kinks.
They do have gift shops. Best winter. God damn it. And now I'm back at the top again because I suck at computers.
All right. Well, next time we'll have the links ready. We'll have screenshots. We'll be so ready. I think too, it's so intimidating to have someone here listening with like a headphone, and you're like, I'm just trying to talk to my friend, but then,
Oh man, I went on Reddit and it was like linked to all of the reviews, but then it just took me back to the 56,000 Google reviews.
It's just read through all of them.
Last time I went on here, it was like the top ones. And so now I'm so confused.
The only thing that could have happened is that God hates you and he hid it.
Yeah.
So you did read it. Could you summarize it?
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. So basically it's like people are writing reviews of the Grand Canyon and then they're like, but then it's so crazy. Like all of a sudden I had no pants.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really dumb and it makes no sense. And I have no idea where it came from. I'm so annoyed. We never used the shuttle service.
So it's like this weird movement where people are like...
everybody's on here. It's like a little conspiracy. And people will write like really real reviews. And then at the end of it, they're like, and then I lost my pants. And I... Okay, let me see if I can find a couple that have been now distilled into the Arizona Daily Star.
Okay.
Because I'm 1,000. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so it started with ones like this. So it was like, I recently went to this beautiful national park. Although to my dismay, I lost my favorite pantaloons. 1 out of 5 stars, would not recommend. It was pretty cool, I guess, the canyon. A bit much, though. Maybe less canyon next time. It would be better if you guys can fix that. Also, where are my pants? I know you have them. The view was fantastic. However, halfway through the visit, I realized that my pants had somehow disappeared. I did quite like those pants, and it was a bit embarrassing once my wife and our 3 boys noticed people were looking at me funny. I would have enjoyed my stay here, but I awoke in the middle of the night with nothing covering me but a slight breeze. My pants, they were gone. Creeping silently into the night while I slumbered, would not recommend.
Creeping into the night.
And then another 1-star review. There were a bunch of people with no pants, and I was obviously disturbed by this, but decided to mind my own business and continue to enjoy my visit. However, 34 minutes into my canyon activities, I came to find out my pants were gone. Something is afoot, and I cannot put my finger on it.
Weird.
Do you like pants securely fastened around your waist where they effectively cover your lower appendages? Then do not come to this humongous crevice in the earth, because I believe that you will lose your pants. I just want my Jargos back, please.
Jargos?
Jean cargo.
Oh, yeah. Jargos.
Do not wear pants to the Grand Canyon. They will be lost.
So I feel like this has to be a funny attempt to get people to stop visiting the Grand Canyon or something.
Yeah.
Like people in Utah saying, don't move here, it sucks, you know, it's super ugly.
Who was that sports guy that came for the All-Star game and then was like,
Charles Barkley.
Yeah, he was like, don't come here, like there's nothing to fucking do.
He was serious though. It was so funny.
Well, I love him because that was the best PR we could have ever fucking gotten.
I know. Yeah, I wonder, or it's just a bunch of like stoner friends that were together one night and they were like, let's just harass the reviews on.
There's a river guide for sure that's telling every single person they guide.
You're totally right.
You need to, this is like, and that's how they're creating their own lore.
Yep.
In a sense, like everybody, like that river guide for sure got drunk, lost their pants, and then started telling stories when they're guiding about how everybody loses their pants in the Grand Canyon. That's my origin guess.
I would say you're probably 100% right. Just knowing river guides, and how often they lose pants. Yeah, that's fun though to kind of see a story build itself like that.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna read you this Craigslist post because this is I've probably read this to you like a long time ago. Because I really love this back when we were living together, so you've probably heard this before, but it's my favorite Craigslist post of all time. And the headline is, "Come take these fake ass trees before I hurl them off my balcony."
Love it.
All caps, please someone come take this goddamn trees out of my house. I am so fucking sick of looking at them. Really actually nice looking trees, but I load them with fiery intensity because of how long they've been sitting in my apartment being completely useless. Over 6 feet tall and fucking up my second bedroom. Originally paid $150 a piece. No pets or smokers. $50 or best offer to whoever will come and release me from this hell.
Oh my gosh.
And that's my favorite fucking post of all time.
I just love, because initially I thought they had to be on a patio of an apartment or something that he had no control over, but it's absolutely in his house. He bought them and he still wants someone to come save
for
them.
$300.
Yeah. Or best offer though. You know,
or best offer.
He was willing to negotiate. That's fun.
Okay, that's all
I didn't know that was an option. Now I have, things that I put myself in, situations I put myself in, and that I don't like. I can just beg people to pay me and release me from my choices.
Taxes.
Yeah. So that's good. Thanks, Craigslist man. Is it bad if I get up and get a $13 wine?
No, go for it. Please get some $13 wine.
Yay.
I'm gonna, when you come back, I'm gonna make you, you can, will you bring some?
What is it?
Oh, it's just in your right, yeah. And then will you bring me that seltzer?
You got it.
Oh, okay.
Just make it a little mark and we can, take it as a break, or something. I can just
I'm gonna play
it out.
I Am Diesel Gang.
Hi, buddy.
Oh!
I might just take a listen real quick. I'll just stop recording.
Today I'm like kind of 50-50.
Some days are hard.
Some days are
hard.
Yeah.
When the Lord's not watching. So we decided that on Sundays, the Lord looks away. He takes a nap, so it's like a free for all. You can do whatever you want. So,
but I also need his support. Someone throwing up?
Yep.
Which one?
I don't know.
Aww.
Winky. Aww.
Poor buddy.
Poor Winky.
Oh, poor Julia.
Destroy the evidence. I went to Lutheran church this morning.
Oh, how was that?
It was nice.
Yeah?
I did some work for them, and the lady was really nice, and they had a bunch of pride flags up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Fun.
That's cool. And she was really sweet. She said, you should come. So I did.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
I think if I were to ever go back to a church, I'd probably, it's just nice sometimes.
What's their, like, overall vibe?
They are Catholic, but they don't take the Bible so literally, and they're not associated to the Pope.
Smart.
And everything's very, like, not so, like, you have to be baptized for communion.
Yeah.
You have to have a patron saint and be
confirmed.
Yeah. Confirmation's, like, not as big of a deal. Which, I think is fine.
Yeah, one of my friends grew up Southern Baptist, and so she's like tries to kind of marry her like scientific brain to her like incredibly religious upbringing.
The crazy, like the ones that protest everything?
Yeah.
Evangelical. That's how Katie and that's Virginia's big time. So it's evangelical.
That's so crazy.
The earth is 6,000 years old.
Yeah,
Although, I will say, I think that's kind of loose these days. I think that was really hard in like the early 2000s, but I think it's kind of evolved a little bit to accept some science into, but there's always going to be this like...
She was telling me her parents came out to visit them. They live in her and her husband live in Montana now. And her parents came out to visit, and she was like, it was so nice, but it was so hard because we'd go on a hike and it's like so stunningly beautiful. And she'd be like, and they would be like looking at this like big rock formation and be like, wow, like, can you believe that God put this here just for us?
I have a story about that.
Yay!
We started recording, by the way. So
okay.
Oh, good. Okay.
I think it's kind of fun conversation.
Yeah, no, I think it's better not.
Yeah, don't tell us.
Just
Never mind.
us.
Yeah.
But anyways, here's the story. So river guide in Moab, when I was river guiding in Moab, we'd get a lot of Boy Scouts and thus like the bishops, which for LDS, it's like the leaders, you get these old men. And so I had such people on my boat one day, and usually you entertain guests with geological facts, and people love to hear how old the sandstone is and all the different layers of sandstone. But whenever you had Mormons on your boat, you just knew. Just don't even talk about it. Like, you would talk about anything else or just not talk, really. I would just stop talking. But anyways, so this one day, the bishop or leader, he was like, so Tessa, how old are these rocks? And I was like, oh, he asked. Maybe he's a Mormon that kind of, entertains science a little bit in some way. And so I started explaining how old it was, and he interrupted me and he went, ha, ha, ha. Now, kids, we know the earth is only 6,000 years old. Wow. So he like goaded me into saying it and then made fun of me in front of these like 12-year-olds. And I looked around and all the 12-year-olds like knew that he was the bad guy. So I was at least grateful that they weren't being, convinced by his story. But yeah, he literally goaded me into it. And then he was like, no, it's 6,000 years old. Ha, 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 Tessa, you're so funny. I was like, and then I just didn't talk for the rest of the 3-hour trip. Not a single word. I would have
fucking flipped the boat and been like, self-rescue.
Yeah, I didn't even tell him to paddle. I was like, we'll get there or we won't, I guess.
Well, those kids were probably so used to it because that guy was probably such a fucking douchebag.
Oh, you could just tell.
Oh, man.
No matter what religion he was not liked by many people. He's just one of those dicks. But yeah, 6,000 years.
That's still a really fucking long time ago.
Ooh, I wonder in relation to the Grand Canyon if there's any religious people being like, I can't believe this was formed in 6,000 years.
I'm gonna have to. That's gonna be my homework is to read all 56,000 Grand Canyon reviews.
You read fast,
and I will. I'm a speed reader. I'm gonna stratify out and then do a bunch of Adderall. And next time you come over, I'm gonna have columns.
Okay.
And I will read every single one to you. That is a threat.
Codify the entire the entire thing.
I have 6 hours off a week, and this is how I choose to spend it.
It's going to take a year. We should also augment this entire process with ChatGPT because it would probably tell us in 3 seconds.
Yes.
So
fair enough. Okay, I desperately want to talk about the first 2 episodes of The Ultimatum with you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Let's go.
Okay, so, and you said you watched the first one.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
The heterosexual.
The heterosexual one. Okay, so just to recap the heterosexual one. Oh, poor Winky. It's hard
Does she throw up often?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
She's got a
very sensitive stomach. And, what?
I didn't hear.
No. We were just recapping. My friend just, are you covering a burp?
I'm burping. It's so stinky too, because I don't know what I ate. Oh, I had Japanese food, so I apologize.
So my friends and I went to Mexico the first week of May, so like 5 weeks ago. It was a group of 10 to this like little Airbnb outside of Puerto Vallarta. And we have a friend, the bride, she goes there quite a bit, and she wanted us to all have like the really authentic Mexico experience. And so because we were with her and like her and her friends go all the time, and her future husband, I was just kind of like following her lead. Had a lot of like street margaritas, a lot of street tacos, really played it fast and loose, and as did all of us. And we all ended up getting so violently ill.
Oh no, food poisoning?
Probably. Like one girl, and we all kind of probably went down with different, like something else individually took us down. And so we were all sick at different times. I was really fortunate because I got sick on the last day, right before we had to get on the plane.
That's not fortunate, honey. That really sucks.
One of our friends, she was there, like, so it was a surf trip, and she shit herself in the surf lineup. So
my heart.
It was a rough time. But anyway, we all survived. A couple weeks later, we're all feeling better, and the group chat for that trip has been pretty quiet since we came back, because everybody was like busy replenishing their fluids. And this morning, I think it was, I woke up to a meme that someone had sent into the group that was just said, God gives his tenderest tummies like the worst belly aches. And our talk about God just reminded me, and poor Winky, like God gives his toughest warriors the hurtiest bellies. And she's like a brave little soldier with it.
She's had to become so industrious because of these trials.
Here's the thing.
As we all have.
God doesn't give with 2 hands, and he gave her just tons of beauty. Her head, that's too small for her body.
It's so small.
Yeah, her like adult acne.
Her butthole. You wanted to talk about. Where did you want to talk about it? Is it look funny? I didn't notice it.
It's not really. No, there's nothing like particularly interesting about her butthole.
Why not Dobby's? That's so mean.
No, it's not that I prefer her butthole. It's just that in our world, in the household,
in our world,
Winky, where all the animals have different personalities and like different shticks.
Right.
Winky says that she's an alien in a cat skin suit.
True. I can see that.
Yeah, she's always just doing weird ass shit, like staring at a blank wall really close to it. Like she'll like walk and sit in front of the refrigerator and like put it like to her nose and just sit staring at the refrigerator. Oh. And so we think that she's an alien in a cat skin suit. And she also is the type of cat that likes to turn and show you the goods. And so Julia started being like, look at my butthole.
In the Russian adjacent
accent, and being like, isn't the skin suit so cool? Things go in and things come out. And so that's where that came from. And it became enough of my like daily discussion life that for Christmas, one of my friends gave me like 6 cat butthole magnets.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It was beautiful. Unfortunately, our fridge is not magnetic. It's
that's a shame.
All talk, yeah. So we can't cover it in cat buttholes, but
you could get one of those like Mormon metal plates where they put up all the magnets and the scriptures.
I saw this ad today on Instagram for like Christian workout gear.
how is it different?
Great question. I'm so glad you asked. It is also skin tight and a 2-piece with like a good amount of midriff.
What?
Not body shaming, but no, I think that's relevant here. And on the back of the tank top, it has just a white cross. And then on the front of the pants, it has like Proverbs 31:35.
Interesting.
Yeah. So in case you want to
put it on my Amazon
shine
list.
Quality. Yeah, put it on your Amazon wish list. We'll put it on the podcast Amazon wish list. For $25. I will buy my own Jesus workout clothes and go to the gym. It's like a dare. And go work out at the gym.
You donate. That's all it would take. $25. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess that's not very hard.
Yeah,
Someone buys it for you.
Yeah.
And pays you $25?
And pays you. So I'm up $25 in a workout outfit.
And then return it.
And it was hot pink. I don't think you can return it because it certainly ships from China. Oh. There's no way.
Well, then let's make our own here.
But let's make our own.
I'm getting into screen printing right now.
Perfect.
Yeah. I wonder what scripture it is that makes you work out harder. Like what one?
For me, it's any from Sodom and Gomorrah because I'm like, I gotta...
You gotta run?
I gotta, as a gay, I have to be like, this is the one that makes them hate us so much. So I gotta be really physically fit to take on all these now super fit Christians.
Okay, that's our other homework assignment, is to find out our specific verse that we're gonna put on our Christian workout.
Perfect. I will not do it. That.
Perfect. I'll find one for you.
Maybe water into wine or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, no. Okay.
So you want to do it.
I do want to do it.
You do want to do it.
Okay, I do want to do it. Okay, you're right. I get it. All right. That is funny.
Okay. Yeah. And then if someone donates, then we'll get it.
Yes.
Because we have so many people that will listen.
All of our fans, and then like also the studio audience.
Yes.
Yeah. Grizz and Winky, who barfs occasionally.
That's so funny.
Okay, I'm gonna make you tell me all about. We're gonna talk about the ultimatum.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
So let's just go, because I've only watched 2 episodes, so we drag it out. Let's go cast member by cast member and tell me the vibe.
Okay, I'll tell you the vibe. Try not to spoil anything because I
don't care.
I'm so far ahead.
Ultimatum, because there's almost no way I'm gonna actually finish the show.
All right, we got 5 couples, and I'm gonna be embarrassed that I can call everyone out because
I was looking up the cast.
Yeah, this is all I've been doing the last 2 days, and I'm so embarrassed that I love smut TV, but I just love Love Is Blind and The Ultimatum because of what it's highlighting with culture and people's relationships. And just because it's really bad TV. But anyways.
It really helps explain why the divorce rate in this country is so high, because there is not one couple on that show that I'm like, they should get fucking married.
No.
That is why everybody gets divorced. Okay, please continue.
Okay. No, yeah. We'll get to that for sure. So there's 5 couples. We've got Mildred and Tiff. And you would think Mildred would be the mask one. But she's not.
That's because her name's Mildred.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Is Mildred, like, you think of Tiffany and you think of Mildred.
Oh, yeah,
I would think Tiffany's the one that's like,
Yeah. That's because we're born, like, that was like the hot girl in high school is Tiffany.
Yes. My mom is a Tiffany.
There we go.
There's the core trauma coming through. Anyways. Okay, so yeah, Mildred and Tiffany. And then you've got Mal and Yoli.
Yes, Mal and Yoli I like. I think Mal is a babe.
Mal is a babe.
Yoli
is a babe too.
Yoli is also a babe. And they're both, high vibes, those two.
And I would say, without spoiling, they're probably the smartest, nicest people on the show.
They're the only two, by episode 2, end of episode. How I watched 2 episodes? I watched 2 episodes, yeah. So by the end of episode 2, you're like, okay, these 2 people are like at least sort of saying Mildred and Tiff are 10,000 red flags.
Yes.
Like when they were so casually on their last night together being like, so the last time we broke up. Yeah. Or like this is different than all those other times before.
I'm really gone this time.
Yeah. You're like, these people are deranged, and also this can't be a part of the podcast. But Julia described Tiff as looking like Danny DeVito.
Tiff. Yeah.
Oh no, it's not Danny DeVito. Hold on, what's his name? Let me find. That's gonna drive me crazy.
She also kind of remembers that one girl Tiff that I dated for a second.
Yes.
So scary. Just you can tell they're both explosive people. And for a minute, when they went their separate ways, Tiff was the first one to kind of like get vocal with her second spouse or whatever you call him. And so I was like, oh, maybe Mildred's fine. Like maybe Mildred was just, you know,
like a victim.
Yeah, maybe not victim, but like just a quiet person and didn't yell, and it was all Tiff that was explosive. But no, they're both totally.
Oh my God, that is like your Tiff.
I know, right? Yeah, that's why she scares me. But she seems really nice. She just has a lot of trauma.
Okay, and then who else?
We've got Xander and Vanessa, and Vanessa's obviously everyone's villain right now. But she does.
Yeah.
It's hard to say like how they edit it if they do try to find a villain. I'm sure they do.
Well, they get these people so fucking drunk.
They get them wasted every single event.
My 35-year-old body, like I could never handle it when Vanessa and Lexi are on their like first date. They have a magnum of wine, like that giant 2-liter, and it's halfway empty, and they're like,
could you imagine marrying me? Oh, I could totally imagine marrying you. Yeah, no, it's all alcohol,
you'd have to.
Which brings up another point, the fucking goblets. Have you not noticed?
I said to Julia the first scene where they were like pouring champagne into fucking stainless steel champagne flutes, I was like, that hurts my teeth. It's so ugly. It's so irritating. It perfectly encapsulates the show.
I'm convinced that both of these chains, or whatever you call the shows, venues, not venues.
Franchises?
I got high. Yeah, all of these 2 shows. It's just a really long cup commercial. It's just so many close-ups of these stainless steel goblets. It's weird.
And I've heard that it's because they don't want to have to show like, they don't have to edit like volumes and glasses and whatever. But I'm like,
edit volume.
Like if you're drinking this much and then this much, so they are manipulating it.
Oh my God, that makes so much sense.
Which makes sense, yeah.
Yes. Yep. Okay.
But so many other reality TV shows have like fucking not done that and been fine, like The Bachelor,
right?
Which is so fucking
nobody knows this.
Nobody's listen. That's not. I'm not watching to like monitor their intake and output. Like I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else?
Okay. Oh right.
Oh yeah, Vanessa and Xander.
Yeah, Vanessa and Xander was like totally about Vanessa, and then I can't spoil anything.
Well, she is hot take on Xander. Hates public speaking.
Very quiet.
Super quiet. Like going on dates, totally the way they edited it at least, which like no judgment because it's hilarious editing.
Yeah.
Like totally silent, and then starts to get like kind of like flushed and pink after like drinking, and then starts like getting kind of chatty and kind of sexy.
Like licking her lips a lot.
Yeah, and then like there was that one point where I think she was with Yoli, and she was like, she said like, yeah, like I'm the one that's more likely to pull a move. And Yoli is like, oh, what move would you pull? And she goes like this, and then just puts her hand on Yoli's
oh my gosh
thigh, and then like scooches her chair closer.
It's like whoa, that is
on so many dates like that.
Oh, I know. And she thought it was so bold and so big.
So bold. And I was like, I know exactly what Yoli is feeling right now, and it's like so much secondhand embarrassment.
I didn't even think about that part. Like when I watched it, but you're very right. That was not a big move at all. It was so cute.
So cute. So
she
drunk.
was just so tender. Xander's very sweet.
Love her.
Yeah.
And then
we got Sam and Aussie.
Sam and Aussie are the most forgettable.
They're weird, especially at the first night when they were explaining everything. Also, the host is the worst, but let's get to that too.
We're gonna have to stick a pin in that.
Yeah, but Aussie was just like all over Sam and just like wouldn't let go of her.
I hate Aussie so much because she looks like my first girlfriend ever.
Oh no.
And so from the second she came on the screen, everything she does I fucking loathe. Yeah. And then I even was like, I hate her accent, losing it over her accent, and Julia was like, it's an Australian accent. It's the most like benign accent ever, and I was like, I don't know why I hate her so much. And then I fucking figured it out. Yeah,
trauma.
And then the other one is all I can say about her is that I really liked her dress for the choosing.
What part are you at?
So they didn't even finish choosing. So they went on all their dates. Vanessa showed how she can fake break dance, and then was like,
I fucking hated that.
Yeah. And then she
they leave it at a cliffhanger, right?
Yeah, and then okay, so then they get to the choosing, and Xander and Yoli choose each other. And thank you. Xander and Yoli choose each other, and then that's it. Then it was like a cliffhanger. Then everybody got ganged up on Vanessa, and then Xander got sad and like kind of like cried about it and was like, she's really nice. And I was like, oh,
she's literally telling you to fuck off.
Yeah,
and it's so weird.
That was so weird.
That was so weird over the dumbest thing too. Anyways,
the most deranged.
I'm like getting wine flushed. Did you see it? It's this expensive wine.
Open that.
Can I?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Just open it real quick.
Let me take a break for a minute.
Please do.
With other people instead of just fucking going to therapy. Like she was just like, what made you think? And then Tiff and Mildred were like, we went to couples therapy. She fired us. But yeah, it's a good point. I think these people are like so scared to be alone. It's just codependency, like on steroids. So they would rather just jump ship to someone else. I don't know, or risk it all.
Yeah,
you know.
Again, I'm not surprised that they found 5, 6, 5, whatever, lesbian couples to do that, because I feel like it's like the most clear-cut lesbian. If there is a lesbian agenda, that's what it is. It's date somebody until you transitionally date. You like start being really mean or whatever, and like being distant with your partner, like, but you don't break up with them until you're like, I got this next one locked and loaded, and then you're like, see ya. Yeah, that is the lesbian agenda.
Honestly, that's heterosexual relationships too. I've had
interesting.
Well, I don't know to what extent, but like I've had an ex that was like so mean and starting fights for no reason, and then I'm pretty sure it's because he had someone else already lined up. And my mom, I've seen my mom do it 1,000 times, so you know.
So
I have 2 people, so it definitely is across the board for all heterosexual relationships.
Well, clearly with the first season of Ultimatum, that one I would argue. Listen, I'm on episode 2, so I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. But I would say that one was so dramatic compared to the I thought
the choosing.
The choosing, yes. I mean, the choosing for the straight people was fucking mayhem. The girl.
Okay, I thought you were saying the opposite.
Yeah, no, the girl who like plastic surgeryed her nose away.
I don't.
In the first season, they got engaged at the choosing ceremony.
Okay, yeah.
She was like,
yes, with all the tattoos.
Yeah, and she had like no nose left because she had like, yeah. So they
chiseled it down.
Yeah, and then they got engaged, whatever. And then I mean, that one was like absolute fucking chaos. The queer one so far has been this one has been surprisingly mellow, and I feel like they picked maybe more boring couples so that it didn't fall into like the stereotypical vibe. I don't know.
Well, they're older too. Most of them are older. Yeah. So like Love is Blind, the first couple seasons, they were like 21 to 25.
Not a good idea.
It's crazy. And then we watched a little bit of Brazil Love is Blind, which I highly recommend starting to watch the other countries. But yeah, they were like 35 to 40, and they were all in their second marriages. They had kids, and they were all really nice, and they did find love. And I was like, I kind of want to watch that too. I don't want to watch
just a fucking train wreck.
Yeah. It's nice to have both, you know. I'm not saying stop making the train wrecks.
I prefer the train wrecks for fucking sure.
I think
the only couple seasons of The Bachelor I watched were the ones that were like probably rated the lowest, because it was just like pandering to like the generation raised by Tila Tequila.
Sure.
So, but I'm really surprised, because I felt like when they did the original one, the first Ultimatum, sorry, I just wanted to see how Winky was looking with her tummy being upset. She doesn't have any teeth.
Show us your butthole, Winky.
Show us your butthole.
She didn't do it. I thought
she's being so demure. Winky.
Also, it's the Lord's Day. She has to be a prude.
I've converted. So when we watched the original one, Katie and I were like, oh yeah, like it is, if they do a queer version, it's going to be like absolute fucking mayhem. And I would argue that that would be true if they had also been in their 20s, because that's what the friend group was like in our 20s. Where people would be like interrupting each other's dates and like it would be mayhem. But I think it's a classy move for them to go to people in their 30s. Yeah, I think that's...
I think Aussie's even 42 is what they said.
Yes.
But also, there's this interesting part where in the trial marriages, they separate the people by who's dating who. So like you're not with the person you're dating and you're not with your ex. And somehow it lines up. And am I just high? But that doesn't, what are the odds that you would be dating? Okay, there's 10 people and you can date anyone.
Date anybody there.
And you're already dating one of them. Okay. And you're one of them. So there's 8 people. This is good. So we got our fingers. There's 8 people. You can choose anyone you want.
Okay.
And then some point in the show, everyone chooses their own people.
Okay.
Then there's a way to separate it so that you're not with your ex and you're not with the new person you're dating.
With a new person, a third partner.
Well, they just separate the group in half.
So you're in a room by yourself.
No. The group is in 5 people.
Oh, 5 and 5. And then there's nobody in the group that you've dated.
And there's not your ex.
And not your ex.
And so what it came down to, the best thing I could say was that it was like most of the masculine women.
Oh, yeah.
But it is interesting that it's still...
Yes.
It's not as many options as you think.
So all that to say...
Yes, please summarize for me.
All that to say is that femme gals seem to kind of like... get with the mask, like that fucking stereotype is
it played out true. Here. Yes, it played out here. And because when I first
well said
concise is my superpower for sure.
Any extra time I get to do a little extra math is a win for me, so thank you.
Finger math is the best too. I just kind of naively thought that there was so many more options with the queer show, but no, there's really not.
Yeah, it's a false narrative.
You're not gonna have
people say that to me all the time. They're like, oh, that'd be so great if I were gay because my dating pool would double. And I'm like,
no,
you don't understand statistics at all because it's not how
Let me show you my fingers to explain.
Listen. And then you're not going to be attracted to all those people, even if you're someone who is like not necessarily attracted to like mask versus femme, like you still are only going to be attracted to like a certain number of people, and people for sure have fucking types, so that's going to be a part of it. There was a second point, but I am no longer able to make that because I don't remember what it was.
It'll come.
So
I also feel bad that Kyle said he was going to take a break an hour ago.
Honestly, you could just put
just
this doesn't even need to be attended to.
I thought to start to like splice it all together. This is the producer microphone. Well, you guys don't have headphones on, so it doesn't make a difference. I thought to just make notes of certain topics that you
I like that.
Yeah. And I think I might kind of try and cut the distance between the topics. And
you absolutely should try to do that.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Okay, cool.
You're very nice, Kyle.
This is what I was explaining. I tried to explain to Katie, and I think you were with me when she was like, we can only talk about a topic for 5 minutes. And I was like, that's not possible for me.
Oh, I was saying that?
Yeah, we were.
Yes.
Or no, it was Katie was like, and you were like, you and I were like, we gotta just wander.
It's gotta be a little bit more
for 40 years.
Organic.
Then,
Yes, of course.
Sorry, but my brain is not linear.
No.
But it is nice that they're older. They're mature adjacent, I would say.
Adjacent. That's my new favorite.
Because they're not fucking for real mature.
Yeah. We have so much to talk about once you finish it. And I'll start trying to analyze it a little bit more.
If you could,
smarterly. I am mature adjacent too right now.
I'm gonna data crunch the 56,000.
Oh yeah,
Grand Canyon reviews.
Yes.
And you're gonna rewatch the Ultimatum. You're gonna find
scriptures.
Oh, scriptures.
Stripper scriptures.
Stripper scriptures. That would be what I would put on my gym clothes.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, it's this is what's mean, but Tiff from the Ultimatum Julia thinks he looks like Joe Pesci.
Okay, yeah, that makes way more sense than Danny DeVito. That's true. Okay, wait.
From My Cousin Vinny specifically.
100%. I knew she looked familiar. Oh my gosh. Good job, Julia.
We also really think, so Ray, we think, looks really familiar to us and looks like someone in our friend group. Yeah, we didn't even talk about her because she's so fucking forgettable.
I feel so bad for her.
Dead eyes.
She is so sad.
She's got nothing going on.
She's been,
I don't know what happens in her life.
It gets good.
But I don't feel like, it's not great.
Yeah.
And then the only one that I do like is Lexi, because she's like, hold up.
Vanessa's cray-cray.
Vanessa, you suck. Well, I like Yoli because Yoli from the first second was like, I knew that I didn't like her from the moment I met her. And I'm like, fuck yes. And then when Lexi's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
On one date. That was so awesome. I love how sour that turns so quickly.
I know.
Okay, the next smut show we watch and we talk about, obviously we'll keep up this ultimatum one, but we watch it together. And then we're only at the same point.
Okay, then that's good.
We can really delve into, frame by frame. Just kidding.
Do you want to wrap up by hearing a couple Amazon reviews?
100%.
Can I?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know what I'm allowed to talk. You guys should make predictions.
Yes, she's right.
Julia!
They should predict who gets together, who finds a new person, and who leaves alone.
Okay, this is actually really interesting because I'm ahead.
Yes, okay.
But you might be more right than me because I'm confused
I'm
as fuck
unbiased.
Right now. All right, let's write it down.
I'm an unbiased person.
Okay, so Molly, your predictions.
Okay, my predictions are... I think... Okay, so I'm going to say who I think end up, like, choosing each other. I have to go step by step. So, because they're choosing right now. So I think... So Xander and Yoli are together. And then Lexi and Mal are going to end up together. And then... I've forgotten everyone else. Oh, Vanessa and Ray are going to end up together. Then 1, 2, 3.
So you think all of these like trial marriages are gonna work?
This is I have to go step by step. So I have to go
you
like
don't
they
even
have to
know who
yeah, because I don't even know who they've chosen yet.
Okay.
So then Tiff is gonna choose someone probably.
We've got Sam. You got Aussie.
Sam. Oh yeah, Sam.
Aussie.
Sam and Tiff maybe. Write it down so I can like see it.
Yeah.
And then who else am I missing?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we have.
We got Xander, Lexi, Vanessa, Tiff, Mal. No, we got Mal. Oh my gosh.
Wait. Okay, let's go. Well, then I gotta go gay. I gotta name all the masks.
I gotta go gay.
Gotta go gay. So the mask gals are Mal, Aussie. We forgot Aussie.
Aussie. Oh yeah. And Mildred.
And then the femmes.
We got it. We got it.
Yeah, and then I think Aussie and Mildred are gonna. Yeah. Okay, that's my prediction. Okay, and then how that's gonna end up going is so badly.
Okay.
I think that. All right, I think Mal and Lexi are gonna end up staying together.
Okay.
Make it draw like a heart.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Vanessa and Ray are gonna fucking end up leaving alone for fucking sure.
No dice.
Yeah.
No.
She's gonna be a sad face, and she's gonna be a sad face because she's boring as shit. So Vanessa's gonna go home alone because she's insane, and then Ray's gonna go home alone because she's so fucking boring, and then
this is so funny.
Tiff and Sam, I don't care about, to be honest. Yeah. They're really uninteresting to me. So Tiff is gonna for sure go home alone. She needs therapy.
Yeah.
And then Sam's cool, so I think Sam and Aussie are gonna end up getting back together.
Okay.
That's what I think. I don't remember which one of them gave the ultimatum, but I think they're going to get back together.
It was Sam.
Okay. And then which one? Okay. So then Mildred has to go home alone because
Tiff is going home too.
And then Xander, I really want to see Xander leave with Yoli, but I think Xander's going to go be a weak-ass bitch, leave alone, and then, like, try to get back together with Vanessa. Because she is a Vanessa apologizer.
So then you think Yoli's alone, too?
Yeah.
Unless...
Which is a sad face, because Yoli's fucking chill, so she...
It helps to ride it down.
Yeah. Okay, what are your predictions?
Well, I can't tell you my predictions because...
They're almost there.
They're already chosen, and they're like...
But they're getting back together.
I just spoil it? You got all the chosens right.
I got all the couples right.
So yeah, okay, then I will tell you. Sorry, Kyle, don't hate us.
It's because I'm a...
All right. Yeah, no, you nailed it. So, Xander and Yoli...
Do you think they're going to make it? Yeah. Why do you think they're not going to... Why do you think Xander and Yoli aren't going to make it?
I can't tell you. I'll spoil it.
Okay.
Vanessa and Ray... No.
Yeah.
Tiff and Sam, no. Ozzy and Mildred, no. And then do I think any of the people are getting back with their originals?
Yeah.
I think Mal and Yoli are going to make it.
Oh, good for them.
And I think...
They are a hot couple.
They are. Yeah. It's so hard not to know what to spoil. And then Vanessa and Xander, I think, are going to get back together.
Yeah, Xander is...
And it's sad because it's Vanessa totally manipulating her.
Fucking lunatic.
And then the rest... Actually... So I don't think... Okay, Sam and Aussie, no. I think they're going to break up. No. Oh, I'm doing the same symbol. No. And then... who do we have left?
Tiff and Mildred.
I think they will because they're really, really, really toxic.
Yeah.
But they'll break up like 2 months after the final. Like at the reunion, they'll be broken up.
Yeah.
Or they'll be pregnant. I don't know.
I mean, I think what would bum me out is if we got to the reunion and they were all like these three couples were still together. Because the reason I watch this show is to have them all break up.
Yeah.
I want them all to leave here single and go straight to therapy.
That's a really good point. Because there was
not a single couple that I was like, I'm rooting for you.
Well, in the first season, there was only the people that left together during the choosing that stayed together.
No, the short cowboy dude and the girl that fucking hated him the whole show. And then they got married on the show. That was
right.
The biggest plot twist of all fucking time. And the number one thing that was Googled after that was like, what is his net worth? Because who would fucking marry a twerp like that?
And she was pregnant at the reunion.
Shut the fuck up.
Did you not watch it?
No, I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
I was so mad about them getting back together and getting married.
Like, he must have got her pregnant that night.
Immediately.
Oh
my God. Yeah. Gross.
Yeah, this is it just a smut TV podcast? Because
maybe it's
something I'm so good at talking about. Actually, it's really the only shows I've watched. I never watched The Bachelor. I never watched.
TV's fun.
It's
so good.
I was definitely thinking of like, just like, because there's a part where I thought of it when you were talking about Winky, or I was just like, I made a note and it's like Winky talk, and I was like, that'd be fun to just like.
A Winky segment.
What made me really realize that there are like points of subject matter that are just nice, and it would be nice to kind of be able to categorize them.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe keep them in the same video and just kind of like break in between kind of lulls and stuff.
Like my favorite podcasts, they kind of have like the same cadence. Like they talk about, and it's like still unscripted and like very natural, but it will be like, oh, like first we kind of talk about like what's going on in our lives, and then we talk about like podcast updates, and then we talk about like, they usually have a theme though. Which is like one thing that we're like still like working on.
Sure.
Like why we're here.
We'll draw it out.
But then they do like their thing, and then they always like they'll talk about like one of them will have a cat that they always like update on, or like a whatever that they always update on. One thing I did want to include that was on my list was dating stories, and because we both have some spectacularly bad ones, and so
I buried a lot.
If we only talk about the ones that are like.
No, yeah, I
great. Like the one time someone tried to break up with me, and I she like tried to do it without like having to tell me, you know, just kind of like tried to like ghost me, and I like insisted we meet up, and it was like she couldn't do it, so the date went on for like 4 or 5 hours.
I don't remember
it was, like,
that.
So brutal. I was so angry about it, but I was just like wouldn't let it go.
Yeah.
So shit like that, but that's perfect if we're talking about like smut TV and dating. Then it like kind of all like snowballs in together for like a more like personal feel. But yeah, I think like having like we always come back to like these topics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our
and,
home
like,
base,
just,
our tokens.
Separating it by like in each quote unquote episode.
Pretty chill night, so I think I probably will just have nothing else to do but go home. Not in a bad way, but I'll just probably go home and just edit it and put it up on YouTube.
I love it.
That's so nice of you.
That's so fun.
And I'll give you the link. I'll put it in the group chat.
Cool.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
But we don't have to stop now unless you guys want to keep
I kind of need a cigarette.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You've been working hard.